How we doing, guys? It's been a while. You guys probably don't recognise her. So this was the red VY SV8 from the last video you guys, most of you guys probably seen it. Actually kind of blew up a little bit. I think I've got like 8,000 views on it so far. So I figured I'd do an update before I go any further, because I might actually do a couple of videos of installs and bits and pieces. So we'll get into it. First thing, obviously, it is not a red VY anymore. It is. It's been painted inside and out, pretty much top to bottom. It's got a custom kit on it all the way around. I haven't put the skirts on yet, but yeah, it's got a custom black that I made, so it looks just looks black. Has a nice deep gloss to it, but as soon as the sun hits it, it shows a pearl gold, and it just looks incredible. It's a little bit of green sort of fleck through it as well, and it's a bloody good color. I can't wait for it to be on the road and rolling around. So I might do a roll around, or like go around to the car and explain what's been done since you guys seen it last, and then we'll get into the driveline. Alrighty, so we'll start at the rear end, I guess. Clubby rear bar, still has factory tail lights. I have the factory SV8 spoiler to go on. Underneath, so underneath, basically it's still the stock rear end, just has a 346 diff in it, LSD, nice and tight. I do have plans to get rid of that thing, stupid donut, because they like to tear with high horsepower, which this car is going to be very high horsepower, and I don't want too many dramas with it. Like I'm not expecting everything to be perfect on it with the power it's going to be running, but the least things I can break, the better, I suppose. You guys probably seen it. It was lowered. The calipers have been painted. It's got fresh brakes all around, slotted and dimpled, I think they're called. So they went on about 8 months ago, and because the car hasn't been running in nearly a year, the brake's still brand new, which is pretty good. So with the current plans of the car, the actual fuel tank's coming out. It's going to get a fuel cell in the boot, and then under here there's going to be a twin ProFlow 1000 horsepower pumps in a surge that's going to feed the engine, dash 10 up and probably dash 8 back. Nothing else, pretty much all new bushes and stuff under the rear end. There's a bush in the rear diff mount, and I've done the front cradle mounts as well to try and reduce tramp. I know it's still going to hop and not really like taking off quick, but what I can do to reduce that, I've pretty much done. That's about it for the rear end. No exhaust on it yet because it has to be custom made. Let's have a look what else we got. The interior is a mess at the moment. It's trashed. Haven't done much with the interior. I've been more focusing on the outside of it. So yeah, doors are done inside and out. Let's go under the front end. So what I did with the front end, I ended up replacing the power steering rack. I did brakes. I think it's got iBuck springs in the front, painted caliper for the awesomeness. We got brand new bushes, link pins and control arm, so a new ball joint and what have you, all the usual stuff that fails in the front end of these, so it should feel nice and firm. Don't really think there's much else. We'll pop the bonnet and have a look at the bay. So I try to be like as descriptive and give the most information as possible. So if you guys ever have questions, just flick us a PM or like comment on this video, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. So satin black engine bay. Still got my manual gearbox in there. That's actually coming out today because it has to be bolted to the new engine with the new clutch now that I've got it. and then going to drop the entire engine and trans in as one. Battery shot, got to get a new one of those. A little bit of cleaning up to do here, a little bit of tidying. The bay's kind of dirty as it sits, but I don't think there's anything spectacular that I changed in here other than the color. I guess this here, this bypass line that used to run up to the old header tank up there, that's been changed because it goes to here now. Big alloy radiator, I think I had that actually before. What else? We'll go to the front end, I guess. VY Hsv Headlights with the custom front bar. I guess that's really about it. And you guys might notice there's an intercooler in there because we are going turbo. So turbo 5.7 litre, and the motor's actually in the garage. I can show you that too. Alright, let's check it out. And we're back. I hid that a little bit, just privacy and security, I guess. But there she is. That is a fully forged 5.7. Basic rundown on it. It's still got the stock GM crank. It has Eagle H-beam rods. Forged JE low comp pistons. They're 2618 forges, I think. We've got a ProFlow. I think that's the mid rise, not the low or the high. It's the mid. 102mm throttle body. Raceworks fuel rails with Bosch 1600 Indies. That's about it. The motor's pretty bare at the moment. I had to rob the water pump and stuff off of it for the wife's SS. But that right there is a GTX 4508, rated to, I think, 1150 horse. So that's a dual ball bearing. I think it's got a 1.15 AR rear housing. An 11 blade, 80mm front compressor wheel billet, of course. I think it's a ProGate. We've got a ProGate 60 or ProGate 50. I'm actually gonna. I bought these headers already prefab. They were for a different car, and the guy never used them. And he had that dumping out in front of the front wheel, and I don't really like that. I don't want that to be there. What I do want for this car, it will run a screamer, like an external gate, just dumped out at some point. But for the time being, I kind of wanted to put it back into the dump just because, you know. But yeah, I'll actually might show you guys the clutch. I don't know how well we can see it from here, but that is a race series 230mm twin plate ceramic clutch done by Extreme Clutches down in Melbourne, I think. So really cool kit. That's like well within budget, I guess, for what it costs. Comes with bloody billet everything, I guess, even a billet alignment tool. So that's really cool. A couple of extra parts we get, your usuals, but this is a little different to your actual usual ones you get. This piece here seems to be like a machined sort of, I don't know if you can really see it, but it has machining marks on it, like it's actually been machined and milled to be perfect, I guess, or proper for the application. Might take a bit of extra grunt, I guess. A couple of extra bits and bobs. I actually have a brand new spigot in there from when I did the manual conversion, but might as well change it, I guess. So yeah, that's the plan with it. Manual, turbocharged LS. The goal with the power, I guess, would be 500 kilowatt is definitely obtainable. I think about 680 horse is well within what it can do. What I push it to on the dyno, Who knows? Depends on the day. If it's kind of not running right, it's kind of sketchy, or if it's loving it, yeah, who knows? Anyway, thanks for checking this one out, guys. Stay tuned. There's going to be more updates as I go. Like I said, I might actually put together some sort of progress videos, installing the engine, information updates. If you guys have questions, let us know in the comments below. Leave us a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Cheers.